Greetings to you all and welcome back to Let's Play the Langrisser with me, Artega Omega. Now then, it's over to the computer's turn. Let's see what plans Laird has. Oh, Commander has a plan. It does seem that Leon's priorities are kind of mislaid. Yes, he's a noble knight and he has to go inform the death of his comrade, especially when he has a wife, the newborn child. That's very honourable, very nice. But really, this is the most important fight of his life. It's a shame he's not here. I doubt the powers that be are particularly happy with him, and Laird is actually going for the sword. Not sure why, he can't pick it up. But now I'm kind of glad that Erwin is loaded up with pikemen. Sea Commander coming onto the land to fight me. Not sure if I mentioned it before, but I shall mention it now. Sea Commanders and all sea units get 50% terrain defense bonus when they're in the ocean. That's huge, very important. They get 30% when they're on the shoreline. This is shoreline. You can tell because there's water in the background and we're not all sat in, just all standing atop the ocean. But yes, this is shoreline. Any tile that has both water and ground is considered shoreline. Serpent Knight, clearly recognising his outclass, has run away from the mighty Leicester and his nixies. This one, however, yet to fight with Leicester, hasn't a clue how outclassed he's going to be. And they are fortunately going for the bandits, which means Cherie will be just fine. The bandits will take a hell of a beating, but Cherie will be okay. I don't need the bandits anymore. The bandits' job was to take down the pikemen. The pikemen are dead. So the bandits have pretty much done their duty. They are, of course, good against ballistas and whatnot. But their main duty is complete. If all of the ballistas continue to split up their fire like this will be great for us, won't it? Because we can cast one Force Heal 2 spell. There we go. What a confusing sentence that was. We can cast one Force Heal 2 spell onto the bandit group and heal them all back up to 10. Though it took me so long to explain that, I failed to notice that they have stopped doing that and in fact started picking people off. Which means that one Force Heal 2 spell is not going to do anything. Not sure why the ballista on 7 HP can't be bothered to attack. Also not sure why this High Lord feels the need to heal one of my flanks instead of just himself. But alright. Never floats his boat. I suppose he wants to heal the sea units up to the north. The mage thanks him for that heal by shooting a fireball directly into his face, which we will not appreciate, but Diana can hopefully heal back up. If not, Aaron can probably heal back up because he just have a heal 1 spell. And his attack is pretty useless. He's not bad, he can take down ballistas and whatnot. I suppose ordinary units, but he's still not great, is he? 32 stats. Defensively speaking, he's moderately good, but you don't want to attack with a defensive unit. That kind of contradicts the point. Maybe a wise move to move Hain forward here instead of getting him to cast more spells to get his ballistas in range. His ballistas are very handy, of course, as is his magic. But as the enemy's numbers dwindle down, it's more important to get the ballistas in range than to cast off the spells. Flying units are thwarted by high walls once again. They have to follow the narrow passageway to the castle. Of interesting note, this castle is from Warsong, as I've mentioned many times. However, it looks completely different from the one in Warsong, no idea why. They somehow have made it significantly bigger. It has the same basic structure, but as in they both had a moat, that's about it. It really does look considerably different. Really different. But whatever. These are the cards we've been dealt. Let's get Leicester into combat. Leicester may as well go all the way and take a group of lizard men himself. He's very powerful, of course. He may take a couple of points of damage. They do have quite high attack. But that's fine. His giant serpent, as it scoots across the top of the water, across the surface, kicking up a lot of dust. If anyone wants to try and make sense of that, they're welcome to. I don't recommend it though, because it would just be an unnecessary headache. Now then, this fight of the Nixies versus the Lizardmen is one that's incredibly in our favour. We haven't seen any clean sweeps. Yes, alright game. Nicely proved wrong there. The bonuses for sea-based units of course applies to commanders as well, which means that a Serpent Knight in the water is very hard to take down, because a Serpent Knight is relatively defensive for an attacking class, and then it gets a 50% terrain bonus, which is bigger than anything else in the game. For that reason, they are a right pain to actually kill. The Nixies have moderately high attack, so they may get the job done, but still, we're looking at 24 defense with a 50% bonus. Yes, there you go, have fun working that one out. I think Leicester's a better example, because I think Leicester has a better balance of attack and defense. I think that's true for the Kalzath units. They are more defensive than they are offensive. That's just the way things are. Shall I take a quick look? 34-26, so no, was the answer to that one. But we have all round better stats than they do, so we mock them. That was a rather poor fight for us, but who cares? I mean, we have so many Nixies and they have so few units remaining. It doesn't matter if we had the odd poor fight, I suppose. We can make do with that. We shall just pick off this chap, and then Keith will go completely northward. Experience-wise, Keith doesn't have to worry. He is going to be facing 3 commanders together with Erwin. Erwin will probably go for Laird, whilst Keith goes for both of the flying units, just to show off. It's Keith Starr, we can't make fun of him anymore like we could before. Now he's got those sodding angels and he's mounting a dragon. It's kind of a shame that Nixies have a ranged attack, I do feel, because they are carrying rather swanky looking tridents, and then they happen to flick short swords at people. It's a bit of a shame. I was looking forward to some trident based action. But there we go, we can't have that. How does your healing magic reach? Remember, Leona does have the magic orb, which gives her more MP, but also gives her more casting range, I do believe. This is why Liana seems to be able to reach just about any situation ever. Now, because she can reach, I'm going to do all of my combat first, and then a heal afterwards. Now, this chap needs to die. You're welcome to that one, Cherie. That was a hell of a lot of experience, but thanks for that. He's not even here to forgive you. Right. Forward you go, Hayne. Let's get those ballistas into range. See just what we can shoot at. We can go for a ballista on ballista fight. We can take down a commander. Maybe I should wait and see just how many of the ballistas we can take down with Cherie and Aaron first. That may be a better decision. In fact, screw it, I'm going to get Aaron to heal. There. This is just to put those people back to 10 HP so they can do a full sweep on the ballistas. It's irritating to leave them all on 1 HP since Hayne's already moved and so he can't cast his spells. Yes, there we go, another nice fight. Interesting thing about Aaron is that he has a very short experience bar. I suppose that's not an interesting thing about Aaron, is it? No, it's an interesting thing about the High Lord class. It's a much shorter experience bar than the Swordsman class, and they are both of the same rank of class, I suppose is the right term. They are both 3rd level classes, so it's odd that the experience bar varies quite so much between the 2 different classes. I suppose Swordsman is supposed to be a better class, certainly has a better attack animation. And maybe for that reason they thought we shall just make it take longer to level up, I don't know. Maybe that's the way the game makers thought on this one. We are rather short on bandits, that's a shame, but what can you do? It is also irritating to attack these guys up the cliff, but what can you do? We can leave them on 1 HP, that's what we can do. Sure, he may as well help us after that soldier. There's no reason not to. And now we can get all of our ballistas into a giant long-range ballista fight. You stand next to him for the free heal and get off your shot. The thing about range units I don't think I've actually mentioned before is that if two range units manage to fight each other, if they are both in range, then they will both attack. So ballista on ballista and archer on archer obviously is going to have retaliation. Ballista on archer will only have retaliation if you're within the archer's attack range. So you cannot just outrange the archers and have a free kill, because they have low defense. It's a rather odd fight. I was expecting a complete double wipeout, but apparently we both managed to just survive through that one. Hain's level up bar is also rather small, but his is for a reason. Because he has so few units, it is considered harder to get Hain levels up. He can get kills with his spells, obviously, but only on the very weak units. So I suppose for balance reasons, his bar is considerably shorter. Now I'm going to send Freya into combat, because I don't need Freya's healing this turn. Liana can reach with a heal 2 to get everyone back up to full HP. But she'll just lightning down those guys as if they're nothing. Because she's a summoning, which means she's overpowered to hell and back. Are you now alone, woman? You are. Go on then, Aaron, help yourself to this poor defensive woman. Yeah, such a style, Aaron, you creepy old man. With 6 men just ganging up on her. It's not a good image, Aaron. It's not good. Anyway, that is another commander down for the enemies. They are seriously running out of units, and we have lost barely anything. We've lost some bandits, but who cares about those? Yes, it can be. Aaron's catching up in the levels. Show him to have an empty level up, but what can you do? Now, these units, I believe, are slightly weak to spear. But if they are, it's of an amount that doesn't really make any difference. There is 2 types of weakness in this game. There's completely vulnerable to, such as horsemen are to spears. And then there is slightly weak to. I think this is one of those slightly weak to cases. And that fight ends, and we have a quick rejuvenation that gets everybody completely back up to full HP because it's so ridiculously strong. There we go, that will just make sure everyone gets hit. Even though the first one would have done the job anyway, but there we go. Man, the real question is how fast can Aaron get across the moat, and I don't think he's going to do it this turn either. Diana's dangerously close to her 4th class. That's going to be quite significant. Yes, we're going to continue on in this fashion where nobody gets anywhere. I'm going to set him to defend because I can't bother to control the units over the moat every time. You may as well stay where you are, Keith. Let the flyers come to us and we'll fight them when they're not anywhere near Laird. That'll be helpful. So that is probably going to do it for another turn. I don't know, maybe I'll just keep up here and then set him to defend as well. That's not defend. There we go, I found defend. Right, that's going to do it for this turn. As soon as I press enter, a few units are going to move, but that's about it. Hopefully you'll join me next video, and we shall continue with this, and will we get the sword? No, we can still be bogged down by this sodding moat. Hopefully you'll join me for that.